It's a tree with sausages. The tree has sausages on his arm. The tree has a chef's hat. I didn't even see that before. Oh my god, I love the halfling tree already. That's a quick win. That's how you win me over, with a tree that has sausages. And there's the goblin hint there at the end. It's a doom diver. Shadow Wave at the end. Alright, let's bring you back into the beta build. Here we go, guys. This is what we've got to look at. Say hello to everyone quickly. Dukes, Hey, Talk, Shirato, Good Guy Merton, Magiot, Diddy Dearman, Astrator, Torquemada, Season of Bombs. Yeah, it might be. What the heck is a Doom Diver? It's a goblin positional that almost no one ever takes. Blood Bowl and Bobbers, halflings and goblins. It's a double stunty package rather than just one. Hey, Spleggy. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think this is going to be I think this is going to be a divisive update, halflings, goblins, because I think there are lots of very serious Blood Bowl players who don't like this stunty stuff and think it's a waste of everyone's time. I personally think Blood Bowl 3 has desperately needed halflings and goblins. I think it needs stunties. I think that's part of the game. I think there's a like really significant part of the Blood Bowl player base that prefers stunty play to other play, and I think that everyone who is fixating just on what it will impact ladder is missing the point a bit. There is among other things, I don't actually fully have all the details on this, and I probably should, because I think they have possibly been said and I don't just haven't digested them. There is going to be a special halfling versus goblin competition you can enter, where it's just you always pick a halfling team or a goblin team and you play against whatever one you didn't pick. So a full stunty event. So if you don't want to get stuck in a ladder just playing halflings and goblins getting smashed by dwarfs, there's going to be something new where there's a chance to play stunty on stunty. I think it's great for leagues. I think people like them. Personally, I think it's a really good thing that we're finally getting these in the game. And I think it's not a good thing that my dog is out in the garden shouting at everyone, but he's just having that sort of moment. I'll see how long he goes for, but I might have to go grab him and get him in a second. Right. Let's have a look at the builds. Halflings. Hang on, I am going to have to get the dog because I can't leave him out there. 1 sec. Okay, I think we might be on having a friendly with the new teams with another person who had access to them. So, halflings come with trees, halfling hopefuls, halfling hefties, and halfling catchers. Let's, I guess I was going to say let's take a look at the models, but these are mostly exactly the same as the halflings we've already seen, haven't we? Let's just build a roster. And, God, they're so cheap, halflings. They're so ridiculously cheap. Don't even know how you cost up a roster to make it sensible. So the new minis are the catchers, who've got very big oven mitts, and the hefties, who get these starting hats and eye patches. I'm guessing we don't have that many customizations for them yet, so there'll be all sorts of different ways of building that. So yes, halflings, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's basically a whole team of movement 5 strength 2 players, and 2 trees, and halflings play mostly by relying on inducements. You get the 100,000 Master Chef, which gives you a chance to steal your opponent's rerolls, and you get stars, and because your team costs peanuts, you end up with an awful lot of money spending inducements. If we did that, that's 3 rerolls, which you don't really want because you're going to get the half chef. You still have 130,000 left over. Goblins, I'm almost more excited to see the goblins. I should have started with them. Gob's back. I miss my gobs. I talk semi-often nostalgically about my rebel goblin run that I loved. So with goblins, obviously, you've got the 2 trolls. Let's just get all the positionals so we can look at them. But yes, the Doom Diver is not generally a very popular choice. That would still leave you 75,000 left over. Hopefully the weapons work. Yes, I mean, that is the big question, isn't it, with all these things. But the good news is by having us do a little bit of this beta first, hopefully we can work out some of the bugs before they get to the main thing. So here's our Pogo Mini. And oh, this is the Hooligan. Hooligans are amazing. It's like the only player in the game that isn't a star player, that starts with Dirty Player. And of course, they have agility access to their goblins, so you can get sneaky git quickly. So obviously, goblins rely on that fouling game. I'm not totally sure what this is supposed to be. Like, it's just a big crank for his speaker on his back. Then we've got the chainsaw and the ball and chain. God, I hope ball and chain works right, but I'm excited to see it. And that is the Doom Diver. I've literally never seen someone use a Doom Diver since it became Blood Bowl 2020 rules. Swoop. If the player is thrown by a teammate, you choose the scatter direction. That sounds really good. How is that not really good? Everyone tells me they're terrible, but that seems really helpful. It's probably just because it's overpriced, which it probably is. Oh no, dodge. Oh, okay, yeah, that's bad. Like, thematically, it kind of makes sense because they've got a great big helicopter attached to them. But yeah, no, dodge makes that a much worse goblin, doesn't it? I just assumed it had it. Mr. Page challenges me to a duel. Page, you are on. I am going to... I've got a duel with Mr. Page. Mr. Page, I've just replied to you in the chat. I would like to play goblins if I can, just because I love goblins. But if you feel really strongly, we could flip a coin or something. Hey, Baron Bucky. Usually a hater of the Blood Bowl 3 art style, but the goblins look funny and great. I think they look fun. Paige is happy with flings. All right, chat. We're going to do a goblin team. I'm going to use all the positionals, including the Doom Diver, even though it's bad. Going to keep it tiny. Oh, Paige, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do custom teams, or do you just want to do basic teams, or does the event have teams already set up? Hang on. Go to the play tab. This is the Goblin versus Halfling community event that everyone will be already... Oh my goodness. Okay, so like, peel back the curtain a little bit. Those of us, including me and Mr. Page, who were told this release was coming, were told that there was a Goblin vs Halfling event. And I think possibly some of the others have actually looked at this beforehand. Unlike me, I'm discovering this all brand new with you guys right now. So it looks like the plan for this event is going to be, once it goes into the real game, you get to choose which team you want to play, Goblins or Halflings, and the matchmaker will match you against the opposite. So you'll either playing Goblins against Halflings or Halfling against Goblins. And it looks like the plan is for the community to then have like a combined victory points. So so you just keep playing through the season, and we see at the end who's better, Halflings or Goblins. I think that's a really fun idea. I don't know if we're just registering our own teams. Okay, there's event Halfling team and event Goblin team. Okay, there's teams already made up. I'm choosing event Goblin team. What is an event Goblin team? I do not like the ordering of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Event Goblin team has the Loony, Fanatic, 2 Trolls, a Bomber, an Hooligan, a Doom Diver, the Black Gobbo, who I've never had, but I'm pretty sure means you can do 2 files a turn. Only 12 players and no rerolls. Well, that seems like a choice. Am I allowed to register my own team? No. Okay, so we're doing that team. We might need to have a talk with them about the about the rosters because I'm not sure about that. But okay, sure. Event Goblin team is registered. I mean, I guess it reduces the impact of the chef. Paige's team is bad too at launching better. Okay, well, I think that's something. I know that's an ongoing conversation. I think the VIPs are going to get consulted about some better rosters. So don't worry too much about the rosters. I don't think that's going to be the rosters that they settle on at the end. You're a calf. All right, taking on Mr. Page with some Goblins against halflings. I think this will be the first ever. I guess the first ever streamed game of halflings against goblins in Blood Bowl 3. I just want to bring the sound back up. I turned it down before when I had the trailer on. Options, sound. Oh, Chunter's already doing one? Oh my god, look at Chunter. Damn it. Well done, Crystal Hunter. So I honestly, I'm really excited for this. I fully appreciate everyone who's really interested in the ladder is going to say, oh, these teams won't do well on ladder, and they won't. But there's a world outside of Blood Bowl 3 ladder, and I think that world is definitely improved by having halflings and goblins in the game. I think it's really neat that they've set up a special event for the are our inducements already bought? Oh, okay. I think they've pre-bought. I don't fully understand what's happening on the inducement page. Have they pre-bought 3 bribes for the halflings? Halflings are going first, and they appear to have 3 bribes in the chef. And then I can choose my inducements. Okay, so I could take Ripper. I'm taking Bomber. That's happening. And okay, so which star players have we got here? Let's have a look. We've got Ripper, we've got Bomber, we've got Fungus Saloon, we've got Gobbler, Black Gobbo, who's already on the team. We've got Helmet Wolf, we've got Creek Rustgouger, we've got Madcap Mix. Madcap Mix is the one riding a squig. The thing is, I want to take Fungus because Fungus is the best one, but I kind of want to see the squig model, so I might take Madcap Mix. I mean, he's genuinely going to be bad against halflings, right? Because he's got Strength 4, Break, Tackle, Claws, which won't do anything except if we hit a tree. Leap, very long legs. Chat, sensible choice for... I won't get any bribes. Oh, no, I need the bribes. I literally need the bribes. Okay, so we're going to go Fungus. Sorry. We'll do another game with Madcap later, but I think we need the bribes really bad. So yeah, we got 3-star players somehow. I did want to see Madcap Mix, but I think we have to take Bomber, and Fungus is fun. Okay, halflings win the coin toss. The coaches for these teams were defaulted. Yes, Lionhouse has picked up on something interesting there. These players have special abilities now. So there's a lot of things that are updating in this new version, and I will talk through some more of them because we've got some patch notes maybe after the game. But yes, there's a lot that's coming in this new edition that hasn't been there up to now, and it includes special abilities for the star players. Right, we're on defense. We're going to put Fungus on. We'll Bombers on, sorry. We'll bench our rostered Bomber because 1 Bomber's probably enough. We will... oh god, I don't even know. This is such a mad roster, it's hard to work out what I should have on. I mean, putting the Doom Diver off seems sensible. Bring on the Black Gobbo, because Black Gobbo doesn't have secret weapon, does he? So he's not sent off automatically. They've got trees, so we have to spread out the line. I literally have no idea how I'm supposed to set this team up right now. Having just said how much I enjoy goblins and love them, I do not know what to do with this team I've got. So we'll put our... Do you know what? Let's make a boring boat. Will we make a boring boat? We have to because we've got too many weapons on the pitch. We've got too many weapons on the pitch. The Doom Diver's a real problem. The Doom Diver's a real problem. It's just literally too many weapons. I'll tell you what we could do. They're not going to blitz with a tree, are they, on 3 squares? Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Brain is kicking into gear. We'll get there. Slowly, slowly, the brain is kicking into gear. Okay. All right, so this is hard to see all the positionals apart. Can we set the positional rings on? Oops. Okay, so secret weapons are showing up purple. That helps. That helps. Oh, that's a pogoer. Oh, the pogoer probably shouldn't be there. Oh, well. This is very confusing, and I'm confused. In some ways, it would have been easier to start with halflings, wouldn't it? There's less going on. Goblins have got so many positionals, and then on top of the positionals, you've got 3 stars in this game because we've got Black Gobbo, Bomber Dribble Snot, and Fungus. So on the bench, I've got Fungus, another Bomber, and my Doom Diver. I hope this is fun to watch, Benny Bartis. I mean, this is chaos. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I do feel like I failed in my duties as one of the people who was granted access to this stuff. I feel like I should have been ready sooner and have looked at all this stuff, and I hadn't. But it's fun, right? Like, maybe one of the other streamers is being very on it and saying everything that's happening. I'm working it all out as we go. Also, just to remind everyone, I have literally no rerolls. I slightly forgot. I guess I could have bought one. It appears that the chef has got... Has the chef roll happened? Has the chef roll happened and that's how you've got to 5 rerolls? Or did the halfling start with 5 rerolls before the chef? Because 5 rerolls before the chef seems bonkers. I think these rosters for the event probably could do with some tweaking, which we can chat to Cyanide about. This is live, Black Cat. This is the game. The game. This is a beta version, so this isn't accessible to everyone yet. I think the 10th of September, it will be accessible to everyone. But goblins are in the game. Goblins are right here, and so are halflings. Yeah, so I guess the chef rolled and we just didn't see it. I might have to ask them. I need to start making notes somewhere. But yeah, where does the chef roll happen is my first question. Brilliant coaching. Did not give us a reroll. Oh, then the chef happened. Okay, so they showed us the chef roll and the chef failed on all 3. So the chef roll happened at the kickoff. It should happen before that, shouldn't it? Technically. Unless it's just only showing us that dice roll afterwards. Okay, make a little file for myself, can start taking notes on. It should happen before each half set up. Yeah, okay. Yes, Kalon. That's Kalon's just explaining how the chef works. So chef can steal rerolls even if there aren't rerolls to steal. It just won't cost me anything, which I guess is why there's no rerolls put on this build for the goblins. Is at least you can't lose them. But on the other hand, that's mad. We're going to roll some ones and our team's just going to fall apart. Can we zoom in a little? Sure. Sorry, I know I tend to play very zoomed out and some people find that difficult to see what's going on. It is quite difficult to see. I mean, these positionals are a lot to look at. Oh, here's a star player ability. Okay, so on Paige's stream right now, you might be seeing how Cindy gets to use her star player ability. Cindy's thing is that she can throw 2. Okay, so accurate throw. We try to intercept it. Oh my god, what happened? So we successfully deflected the bomb and knocked it over here, and it hit our loony still. So that was a successful bomb deflection by the troll. That animation could be clearer, but that's what happened. Oh yes, Cindy's here, and so is Bomber Dribblesnot. This is the bit that I'm least excited for. I'm excited for Goblins, and I'm excited for Halflings. I am not excited for Bomber and Cindy, if I'm being honest. Because, yeah. But we have the Black Gobbo as well, so we technically have 2 Bombers on the pitch right now. Because our team is a madness. Speaking of the Black Gobbo, here's the thing we can do without, especially since the chainsaw's down, we can do this without any turnover risk. We could do a blitz stab, couldn't we? 'Cause it's a halfling, so why don't we try that? Blitz with the Black Gobbo. Run over here. And stab. We failed to stab a goblin. To halfling, sorry. Okay. That's going to be hard but not impossible to block. Good. Oh, there's a halfling behind. Okay, that's going to be impossible to block. We could try puking on it. Should we try the ball and chain? What? Oh dear. Oh, that's not fungus. I thought that was fungus. I thought we had a chance to re-roll it. Okay, so we tried the ball and chain and we just hit our own player. Sorry, that's me getting confused. I thought it was fungus. On fungus you have Fungus's star player is that you Fungus's star player rule gives you a chance to re-roll the direction. And I thought that was fungus and it wasn't. The Hooligan. Let's have a look at the minis on the pitch while this is going on. The Hooligan's actually a really cool model, I think. Like, a lot going on with the Hooligan. It's got his big rattle. It's got a cool mohawk. Got a speaker. Oh dear. There goes the first ball and chain. Not a very successful turn for us. We have an apothecary. Why do we have an apothecary? It's going to get sent off anyway. We've got fungus, so I think we don't use it. Let's have a look at the other minis. So here's Bomber. Dribblesnot. Oops. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but this is just swirling instead of scrolling. Is this like a bug? This is, the key is in the wrong place. Somehow the Q and the A keys on my keyboard are wrong. That's why I keep spinning when I don't mean to. Okay. Yeah, that was the Q and the A keys have been switched up somehow. Thank you, Remy. Yeah, I was just saying that. Oh, so the half chef, the chef is not there yet. Thank you. Although there appeared to be a roll, Remy, at the start of the halfling drive. There was a thing saying the master chef, so something did happen. I think the models look really nice. Yeah, I think they look really good. Very happy with the models. Very unhappy with how my drive is going, but very happy with the models. I mean, I did just take my ball and chain into my own troll because I got mixed up about what player it was. So that's kind of on me. I really thought it was fungus and I'd have a reroll for direction. But fungus is over here. I was looking forward to like showing off that new star player ability. Okay, throw bomb. Successful. We try to deflect it again. We try to catch it. Oh, we caught it. We caught the bomb. We caught the bomb. We're throwing it back. It's accurate. We threw it back. It got one of them. Oh my god, she's doing all you can eat. She's throwing another bomb. So the star player special skills are here. That was a star player special skill from Cindy. Those of you who play tabletop will be familiar with it. She has a special skill where she gets to throw 2 bombs. Is it once per game? Yeah, so she's used it now. It was a 50-50 for her to get sent off after doing that, but she was not sent off. All right, so maybe let's try to not be quite as terrible as we were that last time. Or should we just do things that are fun? Because they're fun. Because I'm already tempted to get up the chainsaw and try to saw Cindy, but that is 2/2+ is better reroll because we have no reroll on our roster. Chat, do we do the 2/2+ chainsaw play or do we do something more sensible first? Maybe this is not that sensible, but we do it anyway. We try to throw the bomb into the cage first. 3+ to get there. Accurate. Didn't get anyone. Oh, brilliant. Bomb landed in the perfect square and didn't get anyone. Just move you. So at least you're somewhere a bit more useful. This has disturbing presence, so let's bring this closer to Cindy so it impacts her. If we don't manage to chainsaw her. This is rooted, so that's not going anywhere. Let's run at least one jerk round here. And then let's be an idiot and do a chainsaw blitz. Blitz activation. There's my target. So 2/2+ to chainsaw Cindy. Pretty sure it's failed because it did the little glitch up here. Oh my god! That's not how you do a chainsaw blitz. Okay, so she's going to take the bow attacker down. Well, I'm learning on the job here, guys. I'm very much learning on the job. I don't think I've used a chainsaw in Blood Bowl 3. But of course, it makes sense that you'd have to select chainsaw action. So watch me make these mistakes so that you don't have to when it comes time to play this for yourself, I guess. Yeah, it will be on the wheel. It will be on the wheel. Right, ever thoughtful. I'm just helping you guys out by being terrible. I'm only terrible for your benefit, honestly. Hopefully by the end of this game I'll successfully do one action without making a fool of myself. But I can't guarantee it. It does feel like that probably should be the default option for chainsaw players, doesn't it? Okay, they have got a bribe. She's worked. So no turnover. Have they blitzed yet? They haven't thrown a bomb yet. So they might not blitz, because the only player left to blitz is this one. Pogo blitz into cage, could be. Bomb works again. Right. Getting a bit sick of Cindy's nonsense now. She's proving a bit of an irritant, to be honest. Let's bring you into here. Thing is, I want you on Cindy, but I also want you for the assist. Guess we don't need you for the assist, do we? Let's bring you into here. Stand you up. Bring you into here. Push is fine. We just wanted to make sure that we have our bomb. Throw the bomb next. Straight at the ball carrier. Pass is good. They've caught it. Do we get to use our star? We get to use our special rules. So, okay, this is how the special rule works. So, kaboom. Once per game, if a bomb caught by dropper, if a bomb, slow down. Once per game, if a bomb thrown by Bomber Dribblesnot is caught by an opponent, he can make it explode immediately rather than rolling. So we're going to use that, make it explode immediately rather than rolling to see if they can throw it back at us. That's good. That is the special rule. That's how it works. That was actually a really smooth interaction on the special rule. So that's actually pretty exciting, I think, that the special rule just worked there. That was cool. They did scatter catch it, so we're going to tag you here. Then we're going to hit this on a 1 dice. No, we're not, because we're stupid. Then we're going to dodge this and go tag Cindy with sidestep. Okay, so the special rules work, which is neat. We've seen Cindy use her special rule, and we've seen Bomber Dribblesnot use his special rule. Whether or not the existence of those special rules is good is a different question, and I understand a lot of people are not a fan of the Bombers because of the design they have in Blood Bowl. But in terms of the game being a working version of the tabletop game, that's pretty cool that those things are now in the game, and they work. What is Black Gobbo's special rule? Can do 2 foul actions per turn if one is by the Black Goblin. So we'll try and do that before the end of the game, but obviously we can only do that if we're knocking them down first to foul them. I can see Cindy, Dribblesnot and Black Gobbo in. Who else? Puggy. I don't think Puggy is, and I think that's a big miss. I think of all the star players that I need to double check it, so don't hold me to that, but I think my understanding is that Puggy isn't in there. And Puggy is one who I think the halflings really need, but as far as I'm aware, they're not there. They wouldn't get the chance to, Artemis, because this is a Goblin versus halfling special event they've set up, and the rosters are preset. So neither coach gets the opportunity to change their rosters. The rosters are just what they are. And for the record, Remy from Cyanide has already been in chat this game saying these are not going to be the final version of these rosters for the event that we get open to the community. For those of you who are just coming in, along with these teams being new to Blood Bowl 3, Halflings and Goblins, there's going to be a community event this season where you can play a preset Goblin or Halfling roster. You will spin against people and they will play the opposite race to you. So it's going to be like a community event to see who wins between Goblins and Halflings. I think it's a neat idea given that these are teams that won't necessarily do well on the ladder. It's a neat way of giving them something else. Why is that? It's not 50% stupid. It's 82. Do I go for that or do I go for the stab on the ball? We'll be greedy. We'll go for the stab on the ball. But first, let's tag everything maybe. It's fine. I thought that was bomber and it's not. Should we foul Cindy? I think the answer is yes. Because she's a jerk. Get him! Nice. No more Cindy. Good job, Hooligan. Okay, so now it's still 2 dodges either way for you as Stunty. Don't think we need to throw the bomb first because the bomb's just kind of throwing at our own players here. Okay, so we're going to try and do this one at a time. So we go Blitz, Ball Carrier, Dodge, Dodge, and then we select and we stab. And the stab fails. Throw a bomb at the tree. Oh, not a successful bomb. Foul Cindy twice if needed. We could have done if she hadn't got removed the first time. The Black Gobbo is also a bomber, yes. We have 2 bombers on the pitch and we have a 3rd bomber on the sidelines. So we are equipped to do bombs for the whole game. Black Gobbo, for those of you who don't know, the Black Gobbo is a star player who has bombs and doesn't have secret weapons, so doesn't get sent off. They also have stab, sneaky git, sidestep, and they have that special rule we were just talking about where if they do a foul, you're allowed to do 2 fouls per turn. So like you can do a foul with them and a foul with someone else. But they're pretty expensive. They're like 200,000, so they're quite, like, compared to the other bombers who are like 50,000 and 60,000, they're a very expensive bomber. But yeah, they don't get sent off for a secret weapon, which is pretty huge. Double rush the tree to hit the chainsaw, gets the pow. I love it. I mean, obviously I don't want my chainsaw to die, but I love the aggression. Double rush tree to punch the chainsaw. It's a funny play. Well, that's a pretty good turn for Paige, to be honest. Got the whole team around us. Very good dodging from the halflings that turn. Not sure how we will do much about this. We'll get Bomber Dribblesnot up so he's ready to try and do bombs again in the future. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? This is the ball carrier, right? I think this is glitched. Because I'm pretty sure that one is the ball carrier. There's also something really weird is going on my keyboard, and I don't know if that's the game on my keyboard, but the normal direction controls aren't working, which is why I keep pressing the wrong ones. Like, it's like, yeah, the normal QWERTY like direction things are all mixed up for some reason. Collie! Right, we're going to just jam you in. Maybe we'll just try to stab this one. Although that's a hefty with higher armor. Try to stab that one. Box that one in. Let's at least ask you to do the dodge. See if we can roll this 4+. Can't. Alright. Let's go for the catcher. Maybe we should just go for the ball, but we're going for this instead. Makes the dodge. We've done 3 stabs on halflings, always on the armor 7 ones, and none of them have worked. These halflings are too strong. But the dodging has been incredible. Alright, Hooligan, do Hooligan things. That's a fun animation as well, just whacking them with the rattle. Halflings and Goblins, Virion, Season of Stunty, which, as I've said from the beginning of this stream, I'm certain will be a divisive choice. I know not everyone loves the Stunties. I think it's a really good thing. I think it's a really good thing for Blood Bowl 3 to finally have the Stunties. A load of new star players and also special skills for them as well now, Goza. All the special rules that star players have seem to be in effect. The new ones we have on the pitch right now, we have Bomber Dribblesnot. We had Cindy, she's been cast out, luckily for us. And we have the Black Gobble on the pitch. I've got a Fungus Saloon over here on the bench as well. We saw Madcap Mix was available for the Goblins too. I might be able to find the full list for you. Hang on, I think I have it somewhere. If not, we can maybe look. Oops. Again. Oh, throw team nearly. Paige nearly lobbed his halfling off the pitch. Okay, I said before Puggy wasn't coming, but I think Puggy might be coming, so don't hold me to Puggy not being in. I think Puggy might be coming. I'm not totally certain if Puggy's here or not. Okay, yes, here we go. Okay, yes, Puggy is coming. So ignore what I said before about Puggy. That was me being wrong, and I apologise. New star players. Black Gobbo, who we've seen. Puggy Bacon Breath. Madcap Mix, who is a goblin riding a squig. Creek Rustgouger, so another ball and chain. Unfortunately, it's another one of the mega stars, so not a popular one with a lot of tabletop players, but very good. Fungus Saloon, Cindy Pie Whistle, Bomber Dribble Snot. So it's a lot of weapons. Again, I'll read that list. The new star players are the Black Gobbo, Puggy Bacon Breath, Madcap Mix, Creek Rustgouger, Fungus Saloon, Cindy Pie Whistle, Bomber Dribble Snot. Those are your new star players for this season. All right. Shall we try and stab her again? No deep root. So third time lucky for a stab. Maybe we should do it from here actually, because it's the same chance, and sidestep is in our favour. Oh, hang on one sec. Sorry, it was just someone at the door. Right, let's go do that. We cannot stab them. We've stabbed halflings 4 times and we can't get them to break armor. All right. Stupid, sturdy halflings. All right. We're going to have to throw a bomb, aren't we? Last chance to do something about this. Bomb is good. Catch fails. Okay, we did knock down one of our own, but that is not a turnover in the Blood Bowl 2020 rules. So we can go and try and get this. We have got it. Okay, that's good. Sorry, I'm total madness point with this game. We could punch that, or we could give this a friend so it can punch a halfling, which seems better. Dodges have been insanely good. Maybe we should have vomited. And they have fend. I always forget the hefties have fend. That's a good question about Rumbelow, who is in the thing. Possibly Rumbelow is in there and just not on the list I've just read. I was reading a list that was shared. Let me see if there's any information on Rumbelow in the information I have. I'm sorry, I'm reading this stuff off stuff that's been sent to me previously while I'm chatting to you. It does seem like we're not seeing Rumbelow on these lists, which does seem very odd given that they are pictured and would be a shame. Not currently present. Thank you, Gautier. It's definitely a shame not to have Rumbelow. Rumbelow is a very popular star for halflings, so if there's any chance we get them later, definitely that's one of the ones that people will want. Deep Root, Deep Root isn't also not on the lists. So I guess we're not getting Deep Root. Honestly, like this, maybe this is my personal bias. I'm happy not to have another player with Mighty Blow +2, but again, I can see why halflings would want him because he's really good. Neither is Deep Root for now. Thank you, Gautier. Of those two, I think Rumbelow is the bigger priority, personally, but I'm certain lots of halfling coaches will now tell me how wrong I am. I haven't played a lot of halflings, so I'm willing to admit if I'm wrong, and they need them. Good surf there from Paige. I could have chosen to fall over, but the reason that you don't want to do that, even with getting surfed, is now he's got no one left to recover, whereas if we let them power us here, he could have recovered on this player. Although with that scatter, you can just recover on that one instead. Honestly, the ladder, I am worried about the bombers in the ladder, Christopher. Yes. I am worried that that you're going to see the bombers dominate the ladder. And that's exactly why they've been banned in a lot of NAF competitions and in fumble competitions, is because they are extremely powerful. Do we just go in for the surf or stab? Try one more time on the stab. Yes, we finally made a stab. We finally made a stab. Took us enough goes, but we got there in the end. We could have gone for the surf. I don't know, maybe the surf was better odds. I wanted to do the stab, so I did the stab. I've been trying to stab a halfling all half. I wanted to do a stab. It's still not a very easy ball to recover. Can we get you a friend? You've got nowhere good to go. I think. Cool. Right. Let's try and throw an ambitious bomb, which could kill our own players, but why not? Is that accurate? God, he's so good as a 4, and it's accurate all the way to there with a player marking us. Bomber Dribble Snot is crazy good. Right, if we cut the corner, we could do a throw teammate this turn. Oh, we probably can't because of the bomb. Or we can scatter ball out of our hands. Oh dear. Has that... No, it's okay. Okay. My stupid plan there was dodge, pick up, run to here, stand you up, bring the troll here and throw them. But actually, I actually don't know if you can throw teammate and a bomb on the same turn, which is a gap in my rules knowledge because I haven't had that come up. Keshla, you can. Thank you. I'm showing all sorts of gaps in my knowledge today. I think this has been a solid stream of me not knowing what I'm talking about. But hopefully, again, it's been interesting to watch me as I go. A bit worried about a package that says it's delivered, but where's proof delivery? Oh, they've just left that outside a completely different door. Right. At half time, I'm going to need to go out and try and track down a package that my delivery person has left at the wrong place. I'm going to message Mr. Page quickly. It shouldn't take me 2 minutes. I think I can work out where it is, but I think they've just left my package outside someone else's door and I don't want it getting pinched. But let's do this first. We can't score, can we? Realistically, you'd have to throw a goblin. No, because we can't pick it up and hand off. So let's just punch things. Let's not punch things. Let's surf a halfling.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers.
We could have done that better and got this one as well. We could still this one as well. I'm now distracted worrying about the delivery. Push that one and try to surf another halfling. Could have done all of that better, but it's fine. It's another injury. And take this 2 dice as well. Wow, that's another pow. God, been a good end to the half for us, hasn't it? Used our blitz. So, okay. Try to throw a pass with the troll. Because we want to. Ah, so close. Alright, we're going to put pause on this real quick. I'll be back in just a minute, guys. So, this is my very sad I'm a boring grown-up now moment, but who's this? It could be much clearer who this is referring to. Looks like the loony. It's half time, so we might as well at least argue the call first. Successfully argued the call, that's amazing. Bomber Dribble Snot, argue the call. We rolled a 1, but we have bribery and corruption, so you re-roll it, we get a 2, so now we'll use the bribe. Bribe works. Sad, no longer young moment. My very exciting delivery is a dehumidifier that I've been very excited to get to dehumidify because I live on the coast and yeah, the humidity here is like almost like 100% all the time. So I didn't want to miss that delivery, and for some reason they just decided to just leave it outside next door's house for some reason rather than deliver it to me. But on the see where we've left it. I could see they just left it out on the street next door. I didn't want someone to pinch it, so that's why I had to pause there for a second, just to go get my dehumidifier. That's how cool I am. I've missed so much chat, guys. I'm really sorry. I feel like even by my standards, and I am often chaotic, I think this has been one of the most chaotic streams I have ever pulled off. So thank you all for bearing with me. And if you have had questions that I've missed, feel free to post them a second time and I will try to answer them. I know there's some awesome people in chat who are answering some of those questions for me. I know Gautier from Cyanide has been in here answering some of the questions, which is really helpful. But yes, if you have questions I've missed, please shout again. If I haven't answered them, or if someone else in the community has not answered them, because I've seen that Kaylon and Collie have been answering some questions as well, so you're all awesome. All right, let's go on offense. We're winning. That's a good start. Let's put every weapon we have on the pitch because we want to. Because we're already winning and we've had our defensive drive. Let's put 2 ball and chains here on the line. Oh no, one of our ball and chains is dead. We can't do that. We can put 1 ball and chain on the line with some trolls. And let's put our doomed... We're going to try and throw the doom diver, even though it's not sensible, because this is a match to show things off, isn't it? So let's try and do the fun things and not always just the sensible things. Where's my pogo gone? Let's put the little circles back on. Where are you, pogo? Did we lose our pogo? Oh, we lost our pogo. Gutted. Right then, you can carry the ball. Let's have our bombers. 1 there. 1 here. I don't know, this is almost a formation, right? I mean, not really, but it could be a formation. It can be a formation if it wants to. I'm going to position here, actually, because if we get a quick snap, we might get a free stab and a free chainsaw. Thanks, Lehman. Cobblestone says you're playing Gobos. The chaos enhances the atmosphere. Good. Okay. Can pick that up, but I don't want to fail the reroll because I've got no rerolls before I get the chance to do fun stuff. So I'm just going to stand next to that. And then ball and chain. Okay, so this is where you have the option to reroll because of the star thing, but we're okay with any of the directions here.
There's only one word to say.
I say before rolling a 1 in 9 in Fungus. Fungus, thank you for playing. I have no rerolls, so that's the end of Fungus. No rerolls on Goblins is terrible. I mean, I suppose I did use a star player there, so would I have used a reroll anyway? Maybe not, but I would have made a different first action if I had not been thinking in a no reroll mindset. You just got to roll with the punches in this event with the rosters as they are. So chainsaw might be out. Chainsaw is out. 3 dice by a halfling. That's just embarrassing. Didn't I? Okay, so the chef gave them even more rerolls this time. Didn't even notice that at half time. Yeah, they got 1 off the chef. They were starting with 5 rerolls. These rosters definitely need some tweaking, I think, for the event. Halflings having 5 rerolls seems excessive. And goblins having no rerolls. I mean, the problem is if you're building a goblin roster that you know is playing against halflings, do you just have to accept the lack of rerolls because the chefs might steal them anyway? I don't know. Like, what would be the perfect goblin roster for playing against halflings? I actually don't know the answer to that. Might is the operative term. Yeah, I guess so. But then how many do you want to buy, right? Because the point is, like, it's odds on that you're going to lose at least some, right? So then do you spend what is it, like 60,000? Do you spend like 180,000 in TV to get starting with 3, which might in practice only get you 1? It's all a bit like, it's all a bit iffy, isn't it? Maybe they should let the goblins start with a leader goblin or something, because that way at least you're guaranteed 1 reroll that won't get stolen. I don't know. This is all just for balancing a very specific event. It's not really about the bigger picture. It's just about this one community event. I'm going to keep stabbing, because stabbing's fun. It's a rush. Oh, actually, we could do a 1, 2, 3. We could do a troll blitz, couldn't we? So I'll bring you this way. Bring you this way. Bring you here. Troll blitz. Fine. Now we can throw a bomb. We can fumble a bomb. Well, this has been a highly efficient goblin offense so far. We were happier on defense. The dice are floating up. I didn't notice that. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by floating up. When they roll, they float upwards. Okay, I'm gonna look the next time I roll dice and see if I can see what you mean. Yeah. And hey, JD Whitey. We have 3 bombers on the pitch right now. We have the team bomber, we have bomber dribble snot, and we have the black gobbo. Problem is you can only use one of them a turn for actually throwing a bomb. Throws a fling, lands a fling. That's pretty handy actually for them, isn't it? Because getting players around this is going to be an issue for them next. Shizresti Goblins! Black Gobbo cannot stunty dodge. Wait, we've been stunty dodging the Black Gobbo all game. Was I just high rolling and not realizing? Or is the game not applying that correctly? Have I literally just been not doing that the whole time? That's incredible. I had no idea. And you know what's stupid is I did know that rule applied to regular. That's an incredible scatter. I knew that applied to regular bombers. I just didn't think about it with the Black Gobbo for some reason. Because I haven't been treating him like a bomber. I've been treating him as my other thing. Unreal. Chat. Professional streamer right here. Thank you, Kaylorn, for being here to explain to everyone quite how much I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, we're throwing him, Lehman, don't worry. That is 100% on the cards. I want to see what this looks like, this throw animation. I cannot believe that's what I've been doing all game. That is hilarious. Right, I try to stab this first. Because at least there's no turnover on that if we fail. Good stab. And then for the same reason, let's vomit on a... Okay, we burned the one. Professional strats, burn the one before doing the through teammate. Alright, I really want this to work so I can see the animation for the Doom Diver. Everyone pray for our Doom Diver Everyone pray for the Doom Diver that it doesn't get eaten.
Did this guy leave
Well,
his
didn't get
bird
eaten, but
at the door?
also didn't get thrown.
This is going to be decisive.
We'll just do that. He's getting eaten. He wasn't eaten. You're wrong. But it also didn't go the way we wanted it to. I really want to see the animation for it. That's the only reason I'm like sad about that, is I just want to see the animation. Right, they're going to try to blitz the ball carrier with the tree, aren't they? So let's put something in front there to stop that from happening. 1, 2. They technically still could there, couldn't they? Because of that being stupid. 1, 2. Yeah, that's probably better. All right then. Hefties have fend base. Yes, they do. Try. And welcome to the stream. Halflings are movement 5, strength 2, so they're the same stats as a halfling, but with 1 better armor and add-on fend. And they get passing skill access, I believe, which is, I think, one of the main reasons people like them, is because you can put leader on them, and you can, if you're feeling really rowdy in NAF tournaments, people sometimes put Fumble Rooski on them because it gives them, or on the ball. I think both of those skills can help with the 1 turn, because on the 1 turn you're only allowed to do the throw teammate pass, so you can't pass to the player who's going to score the touchdown. So, oh yeah, and 1 better passing stat as well. So yeah, they're 3+ passes. Like in theory, they're kind of the team's thrower.
Oh, I'm just trying to introduce a catchphrase. My agent says it will help the future groups.
But yeah, it's kind of random that they're called hefties and they're good at throwing. I don't know, like what the lore explanation for that is. I guess the lore explanation is just there's a turnover, but does put the ball down unless they re-roll it. They do re-roll it and they do go down. Injures the halfling. The Doom Diver is not injured, so could still in theory get a chance to throw it, but for now we've got to worry about getting the ball back. Well, we've got a couple of trolls who can try. Let's do this one on a vomit first, because we can't turn over on a vomit. This one we could do as a 3 dice block or as a vomit. And I do not know what is statistically the better of those two. So you've got 3 chances at rolling a 6, or you've got 1 chance at rolling a 7+. Don't know. Don't actually know which of those is better odds, because I'm not that good at that sort of maths. I'm going to vomit because it's more fun. More fun, but not more successful. Stabbing time. Well, the problem is now that it's been pointed out to me that I've been misusing the rule. I'm worried that the stab would be a hard dodge. This halfling does not want to fall over for us.
They're still standing. Unity is strength.
What is that one? Well, we're going to have to do the hard dodges and try to stab, because we haven't really got another way in now. But first, let's chainsaw this, because we haven't done a chainsaw yet. That was a good animation. Did a chainsaw, and actually that's made the stab easier. A smart person would have worked out beforehand, unlike me working it out afterwards.
The other stood there.
There we go. In with the stab. And that's a great scatter for us. Should have moved that much sooner. Would a sensible person throw a bomb here? No. Am I a sensible person? No.
Failure that could cost his team dear.
Mission failed successfully there, I think. We missed our target, hit our own player, but we also killed another halfling. That was a wildly inaccurate, I think, because it was a -1 for the tree and a -1 for short, so 6 plus. We rolled a 4. It might have just been regular inaccurate rather than wildly inaccurate. Yeah, there's quite a few halflings not on the pitch here, aren't there? There's quite a few halflings not no longer participating. I'm not sure that Paige knows that the trees don't have loner because he hasn't been using his rerolls on the trees. And halfling trees don't have loner, or at least they shouldn't. Yeah, they don't, so he might not know that because if you're used to playing the other teams that have trees, they always have loners. Okay, casual 6+ pickup from the halfling. This game is still alive. He rerolled a route in the first half. Oh, okay. Hey, Shamba. Yes, halflings and goblins confirmed for the new season. Well, this is looking kind of bad all of a sudden. It was looking very good, and now it's looking very bad. Sensible plays or fun plays? Always fun plays. Bomb. No. That's why you do sensible plays. Oh, they could stall here now. I hope he won't, in the spirit of the thing, but he probably should. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, now we have to try more sensible things. That being a relative term. All right, we can still try to throw the whatchamacallit, the Doom Diver. We're in the air. No, we're not. We're hungry. Ah, I really want to see an animation. Oh well. Bring you down. Don't think we can throw a bomb far enough for this to matter, can we? Wait, can you throw bombs as long passes? I guess you can. Okay, so we'll do that as well. Eventually. Let's get the Black Gobbo involved first. And that. Every day's a school day. It's a turnover, so we're not going to get to throw the bomb. Boom. God, that casual 6+ pickup. Turn this one on its head. The halflings get the lead. Doesn't look like they did too hot on their KO rolls. Argue the call. Why can't I argue the call? There's just a bit of lag there, I think. Oh, wait, no, the bribe worked. Yeah, the bribe did work. Okay. I probably should have thought about who I was going to get to save that bribe for. I just did the first one. Okay, so we've lost Bomber and Fungus, and I think that's our rostered Bomber. PA2+ strong arm bombers are great, and by great I mean terrifying. I think strong arm is no longer a thing that bombers can use, but I know what you mean, like cannoneer. Halflings and goblins chicken. Okay, so we're going to try to do a throw teammate. That's got to be the play. Put you there to stab. Put you, I don't know. Probably want a couple of goblins back to try to get the ball to our... we've got 2 turns, haven't we? We haven't just got to do this turn, so that's alright. Let's go with that. Further back. High kick. Can't be a bad thing. Makes the catch, that's great. We will try to do the handoff this turn, even though that's rowdy. First we will stab. Stabs have mostly been very bad, but there have been some good ones. Right, double rush and handoff. Makes it. Throw teammate. Show me this animation. Show me this animation. No, that's not the animation I was going for. I wanted the animation of seeing the thing get thrown. Ah. I really wanted to see what it looks like when they throw the Doom Diver. Clip, please, someone clip. Yeah, Christopher, I can't keep up with everything in chat, but if this is something going on that's from another Discord, please don't bring it into my chat. I don't have any context here of what's been said by who, so I would prefer that just not to be here. Thanks for showing the animation. I showed an animation. And thank you, Kaelon, as well. Oh, I know, Ross, I know. I know. Rip chainsaw. So we've got one last chance here, and it's not a good chance, but it's a chance we've got, so we will do what we can. I want to know why ogres got left out. Poor ogres. This is not making the chance better, is it? Going for the ball? No, just going there. It's only getting harder. Okay, so this needs to happen first. You need to go here. You need to stand here. We need this tree to fall over. I need to be more specific with my language. That's not the way I needed it to fall over. Oh dear. So we had a successful defense, but it turns out the Goblin offense without rerolls has some problems. But it's possibly my coaching, because actually they have done the things that I've asked them to, but just not in the way I was hoping they would. Well, I am sorry to all the Goblins as well. I have cost us in the community event of Goblins versus Halflings a win. I assume these wins don't count towards the final thing because this is only a beta. I think this is really fun. I honestly think this is a really cool initiative as a way to introduce Halflings and Goblins, to have a community event where there's set rosters, where everyone can pitch in, like anyone can join it. And it's like by default it's going to be equal numbers of Goblins and Halflings because there has to be a Goblin and a Halfling in every matchup. I think that's really cool. I like have definitely been critical of things in the past with launches. There may be things to be critical with this launch as we get along, because there's lots of things we haven't seen yet. But if you want like one thing that I think is definitely like positive and cool, this is the thing I like. I think this is a really fun idea. Like because everyone's been saying for ages, I've heard loads of people like for weeks saying, oh, I hope it's not Stunty because Stunty's will be rubbish in ladder. Like, yes. And also like there needs to be a world outside of ladder, because ladder, I think if we want to talk about things that I don't love in Blood Bowl 3, I do not love the ladder format at all. And I've talked about it loads. But like this is a thing outside ladder that will be fun. And I'm into it. So I really am glad they've done something that's different and fun for the halflings and goblins. Let's have a look at if that shows up now in the it's not showing up on the victory points, but I guess when it's the real thing, you'll start seeing victory points for every win for the goblins, for every win for the halflings. How much Nando's would it take to get Andy involved, we think? A lot. I'll let Andy speak to his opinion on all of this, but I'm sure everyone has a good idea of how Andy feels about stunties. That's not a secret for anyone, is it? He's not a big Santy fan. Maybe he'll be won over by this, though. I don't know. He and I haven't conversed about this specifically. Maybe he'll find this more fun than he thinks. Yeah, I am sad that Rumbelow isn't in the game and he's in the image. So it does seem like in terms of the star players that we've got, so I can read that list again from before. So the star players we are getting are, hang on. I've lost it. I need to find it again. And I can also read out some patch notes to you guys about other patches. So there's other good stuff, I think, coming in. Where is the star player list? New star players. So for those who missed it before, the star players we are now going to have in Blood Bowl 3. The Black Gobbo, Puggy Bacon Breath, Madcap Miggs, Creek Rustgouger, Fungus Saloon, Cindy Pie Whistle, and Bomber Dribble Snot. All new traits related to these teams and star players. So Ball and Chain, Bombardier, Pogo Stick, and Swoop. Obviously already, and we didn't get to try Swoop. We tried and tried to get Swoop. We didn't manage to make it happen. Star player special rules. We saw some star player special rules in that game. We saw Cindy's star player special rule get used. We saw Bomber Dribble Snot's star player rule get used. That's going to be a real game changer. It's going to make some of the star players we already have way more powerful if they get their star player traits, the star player special rules. There are some really, really big ones in there. So that is, that's the star player stuff. But sadly, yes, on that list, I would say definitely it feels like the halflings get more of a raw deal because they don't get Deep Root and they don't get Rumbelow. And if you talk about, I don't know, perhaps there's some halfling coaches in chat who can give me like a different perspective on this, because I don't play that much halflings. The star players that I've tended to run into when I'm playing against halflings at tournaments, if Griff is allowed, it's basically always Griff. And I've run into Carla a lot. I know they really like Carla. I've run into Rumbelow loads, and Rumbelow is actually really good because Rumbelow's not expensive and has tackle and juggernaut and horns. So just a really nice blitzing piece for the team because they don't have that otherwise, like just a player who can do blitzes on strength 3 play as well. Also has a special rule that basically gives him Mighty Blow once per game, but you can choose when to use it. So quite good for sometimes making a big removal as well. Cindy, obviously they always take if they can, but she's normally banned in tournaments. So those are the ones I've seen most often. I honestly haven't seen many halfling teams taking Deep Root. So to me, that doesn't feel like it's such a big loss just because I haven't seen halfling teams take him that much. But maybe that's just because I've what I tended to run into. Obviously, like DP plus 2 is good. I just think if you have that much TV to spend, there's often like a more flexible option like Griff or Carla that's going to do more for your team than just stand there and punch things, because you've already got 2 movement 2 players, and so you quite want some movement on them. But again, like halfling coaches may tell me I'm dead wrong on that. Like I'm not saying that with certainty. But it does feel like Rumbelo's a really big mess actually. Like Rumbelo I would have put down as one of the top 2 or 3 stars for them, because then a good price for a useful player. So it's a real shame they're not there. Gobs do already have Ripper and Varag, which is like the ones they probably want most. So yeah, like Goblins, Ripper, Varag, and Bomber are probably the ones that I see taken the most, and those are all available now in the game, or will be once this is fully released. Yeah, Varag's really strong. Ripper's really nice on Goblins as well, because Goblins, what ends up letting you down is the trolls, right? It happened in this game when we tried to get our trolls to throw us. So having a troll that just will always act and doesn't forget to do things is really helpful. Glow's very happy with that. Glowworm, who is a lovely person who lots of you will know from the tabletop community, is a big time Goblin coach, and the fact that he's happy suggests that the Goblins are going to be pretty happy. So perhaps the Goblin coaches are going to be more happy than the Halfling coaches with this release in terms of getting everything they want. Oh, look at this as well. Oh, you see, this is a problem though now, because when I see this, so the winning faction will get a free customization. The tree customization looks amazing, like a flaming tree. It's going to be hard to say no to that. Oh, wait, hang on. That's also pretty cool. Okay, they're both cool. That's a flaming ball and chain. All right, either of those is going to be cool. They're both cool. That makes me think of like Lord of the Rings. The scene in Lord of the Rings where the Ents are marching on Isengard. Very cool. Very, very cool. Big fan of this event. Like this is one of the coolest like new things we've seen them add in a while, I think. The community event. I'm going to be super excited when the season starts to play some games in the Goblin Halfling ladder. I think that's going to be actually really fun. So I think the release is the 10th of September. If anyone from Sinai is still here, they can confirm. But I think you're going to see a lot of people jumping straight into this when it happens, and a bit less on the ladder for a minute. So very down for that. What else would you guys like to see? What else is there in this that like I haven't talked about that you would like to see? I've shown the teams. We've had a game. I don't know like what else there is to currently show you. The shop doesn't look like it's in full shop mode. The warpstone isn't real warpstone. That's all part of the beta build. Am I playing Flings? The thing is, because the beta build only has a small number of people with access to it, I need to have an opponent to play another game. I don't know what Mr. Page is doing on his stream. If Mr. Page has anything else going on. What's in the blood pass? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the best thing ever. The actual new best cheerleaders in the game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes! Holy shit. I love them so much. Okay. Oh my god. And the Goblin cheerleaders, also pretty great. Okay, we're going to do another game against this page. We're going to swap sides, so we'll be the halflings this time. Oh my goodness, how good is that? These are amazing. I mean, this is the best. This is the best by far. This is like the best thing I've seen in forever. Literally in love with this. Okay, Paige wants to get in there, so I'll do a really quick look here. The new balls. Love the halfling ball. Yes, that's epic. Okay, that's fun. Some other stuff, some hats, some of the normal stuff you'd expect to see. So it looks like you have the option to just buy both teams at the start. See, it's not like one or the other, or you can just play out the whole blood pass and get them. And then we've got Cindy and we've got Mad Cat Mix available as coaches at the end of the blood pass. All right, play Goblin v Halflings. So this time we have to register a team, register new team, halfling team. Let's do it. Let's do it. And put it in Nando's colours. Dave will be all over it. I need the halfling ball. That halfling ball is pretty amazing, hey? That halfling ball is pretty amazing. How good is that? I just want to go look at it some more. Have we stopped spinning if I do that? I mean, this is just every single team should have this as their cheerleaders from now on. Are we still spinning? Because I exited that. I hope I didn't cancel the spin. I might have done. I guess I'll be buying some Warpstone then. Man, listen. I need to talk. Cyanide. Is anyone here from Cyanide still? Gautier, are you still here? With these teams for the event, put the cheerleaders in them. Just give both teams a cheerleader or two. You can do it even numbers on both sides, so it isn't like a TV advantage to either side. But like, they're so fun. Like, put them in so people get to see them. I'm sure you have way more important things to worry about, but they're just that's such a cool model. I think give it a chance to show off. Okay, so we get 3 bribes and a halfling master chef, and we have let's have a look at our star player options. We can't use them, but this is the star player access for halflings. So we would get Cindy Pie Whistle, we already have on this roster, Barrack Farblast, Griff Opalward, Grombrindal the Dog. Okay, so if Grombrindal now has his special rule, which it appears he does, Grombrindal is now one of the top star players. Grombrindal's really good with that star player, because once a turn it lets you give a teammate, once per turn, mind you, you can give a teammate that's next to you Break Tackle, Dauntless, or Mighty Bow, or Sure Fiend. And like, even when you're not doing that, you've got a block Dauntless Dwarf with Sandfirm, so he's a pretty useful player on his own, but that assist to teammates can be huge, like that, giving a teammate Mighty Bow, Dauntless, Break Tackle, all of those in the right situations can be amazing. They get Helmet, they get Grim Ironjaw, they get Carla. Carla's one I think you'll see a lot of used. She's one who you see a lot on halflings, and at 210,000 is quite a good value. Morgan Thorg is here, Puggy's here, so Puggy is here. I was confused earlier and thought he wasn't, but he is. And Mighty Zug is here. Puggy's great. Puggy's like budget Griff, because he's got the same like special rule as Griff, basically. Ciao, Franken. Yes, Glowworm. So there was the Goblin, like the Goblin and halfling coaches they had. Oh my God! Everyone see what's sorry, Glow. I got distracted. I'll answer in a second. Everyone see what Gautier is saying in chat. So from now on, with a new patch in October, so not right away, I guess. Then not from now on. From October, they're going to put the cheerleaders on the pitch even if you don't have any in your roster. That's such a good change. Because no one takes cheerleaders because most of the time they aren't worth it. And some of the models are really good. Thank you. That's an awesome change. Thank you. I think there's some really good stuff in this update, guys. I meant to read the patch notes earlier and I forgot. Remind me after this game, we'll do the patch notes together. Oh, Paige is going with Creek. Interesting. That's my avatar changing then. Madcap Miggs is the Goblin coach they seem to be putting in, Glow, from what I can see. And you have to complete the blood pass to get them. Oh, he went away from Creek when he realised he likes bribes, same as I did. I wonder if he'll do exactly what I did in the end. Oh no, went with a keg, okay. So it doesn't take fungus. Takes all the bribes and takes bomber. Yes, why not, Dr. Z? They've given some streamers early access to the new teams. The release is on the 10th of September, but there's a small group of streamers who've been given early access. This is a beta build, so there will be some things that are wrong with it, although we haven't actually run into any big bugs yet. I mean, we have only played one game, but offense first or defense? I actually think defense. Is that mad against goblins? Because the thing is, just like when I was on offense with the goblins, having no rerolls was just a disaster. Whereas on defense, you just throw bombs and create mayhem. I'm going to kick, which I think Mr. Page will not expect. Because normally goblins will want to go on offense first, and perhaps I'm just doing the wrong thing. Probably I'm doing the wrong thing, but it does mean we can put Cindy on for defense. And hopefully do some Cindy things. I'll do something a bit weird here. But I want to create like a wall of deflections that is in front of Cindy by enough that if they try and throw at her, we can intercept without her being the one getting hit. Now I need to remember my own positionals here because I am not used to playing halflings and I don't know all the positionals, so the hefties probably should be the ones that go furthest forward here. Or maybe catcher for the possible intercept. Yeah, tell you what, let's put these here. These here. It does mean one's probably going to get chainsawed. But it's fine, they've got no rerolls. It's going to go wrong because they've got no rerolls. That's the plan. That's what's going to happen. I don't know how to play halflings, guys. I don't know how to play any of these teams. We're just doing things and having fun. I'm away until the 10th. I think the 10th is when they release Glowworm, so you might be getting back right on the perfect day. I think it's the 10th. That sounds right in my head because there's 6 days left in the current season. Oh, you're right, Cobblestorm. Thank you. Yes, that was a big one. I was going to put that on my notes and I forgot. There was no obvious trigger for that either, was there? That was just like a move action. The halfling just moved, and then on my turn it wasn't visible. Currently in Cyprus, living the hard life, Glowworm. That's a great question from Kalon. Really good question. Gautier, if you're still here, or anyone else from Cyanide, will players need to unlock the halflings and goblins before they can play in the Stunty ladder, or is it going to be allowable to play in the Stunty ladder even without buying the teams, since they're set rosters? That's a really good question. Solid defense. Okay, so what has Paige put on offense here? He's done the same as me with the ball and chain in the middle. Bomber is here. Let's try that. So it is really hard to see what's going on. Maybe I should turn all the skills off. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh my god, I'd forgotten there's a thing that they've said in the notes. I don't know if that's here yet. Okay, I don't know if it's... yeah. Check on something. Stab works right away. Ball and chain does not go in the wrong direction, unlike my ball and chain. Far too successful.
Oh dear, I hope that player has quit in the will.
In the game options escape menu. Hang on. Where is it? Here. Here somewhere. Guys! I'd forgotten about this. And this is amazing. We can pick which skills are showing. I'd forgotten about this. This was chatted about. Check this out. I no longer want to see Bonehead because I know what Bonehead is. And you can choose it for your players and opponents' players. I know big guys have Bonehead. I no longer want to see Loner. No more Loner. Confirm. And like right away, that will reduce some of the stuff. We can do a bunch more of these because I haven't done really stupid or take root. But let me take my turn, and I'll do that. That is one of the best changes again coming in. So some really, really nice changes in here. What happened? Oh, they failed to pick up. Okay, so they haven't thrown a bomb yet. I definitely want to punch this ball and chain. That's a priority. Good. Dead, 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 as Paige would say. Dead, dead, dead. Oh, not dead. Oh well. I've spent the bribe on it. Hey, Bloodborne. We could throw a halfling this turn, although it's double marked, so it probably wouldn't go that well. Why don't we throw a bomb first? Because if the bomb goes well, we might no longer be double marked. Come on, Cindy. That's 4 players, which is good. That's gets this troll down. What's happened? Oh, it's offering me the special roll. I'm not going to do special roll. Pass is good. Oh my god, that skills thing is incredible. I'm so happy about that, switching skills off. Oh, we landed it right, and then it didn't do anything at all. Okay. Alright, that's a shame. That's a shame. I'm just going to start jogging you slowly that way.
Bit of a lull.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I didn't remember that until just now. This is like the best thing. Where is... let's get rid of all these traits. Not interested in seeing... I know trolls have regenerate, so I'm going to turn that off. I don't need to see right stuff. I know that little guys can get thrown. I don't need to see really stupid. I don't need to see projectile vomit. These are all things that I know that trolls can do, so I don't need to think about them, be reminded of them. I don't need to see take root. I know that trees take root. Don't need to see throw teammate or timber. Oh, one of my players just died. Who just died? A halfling got stabbed, I guess. Yeah, the blitz. See how much less cluttered that already is. Like, look at these big guys, how much noise there is with the visuals on those already. Let's go do some more of those, because there are more to do. I want to get rid of stand firm on the trees. I know trees have stand firm. And I want to get rid of... well, there's no titchy, but that's gone. Stunty, can we get rid of Stunty? Stunty, gone. Really hungry, we could get rid of Soul. How much better is that already? How much better is that already? Like, and you can choose, right? Like, I've just done that really quickly because I was trying to do it fast while playing. But if there's things that you're like thinking, oh, I would leave that one on or switch that one off, that's okay, because on your one, you can do it. Like, I think that's honestly one of the best changes we've seen in ages. Okay, so if we stand this up first, this will only be a 3+ stand up because of timber. Love that. And their bomber is out of service for a minute, which is great. You're a bit of a problem, aren't you? Maybe I should even blitz you. The tree. Probably not with the snow. Probably not with the snow.
That's a natty. Still, I'm willing to bet a good punch will have face down.
Hey, Dizzy. I did not see where they sidestepped to. Gonna stay. Okay, that's fine. Good. This doesn't have dodge. Apparently it does not need dodge. Push towards the sideline anyway. Should we throw 2 bombs? We've got no one else left to go this turn. Let's throw 2 bombs. This is inaccurate. Okay, this is them trying to interfere. Okay, but we can throw another bomb because I think this is wildly inaccurate. Oh no. Oh no, that wasn't good, Cindy. That wasn't good at all. That wasn't good. Well, she can't be stabbed now. Gotta find the positives. Can you guys remember how many failed stabs we had in our game against Paige? Like, we failed, like, the first 4 stabs or something. Paige has just been stabbing successfully every single time. Do you know what? We have 8 rerolls. Why didn't I learn a reroll that? It's a really good question. I have 8 rerolls. I should have rerolled. Thank you, Emerald Brady, for pointing that out, because yes, I hadn't even really been looking at that. He does have a stabber mode. That might be the reason. That might be the reason why his stabs are better than mine.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
This drive is not going great. Got to be realistic. This drive is not going ideally well. Cindy, Puggy, Black Gobbo, Bomber Dribbles Not, Creek. I've read the list a couple of times, but I don't have it to hand. Annoyingly not Rumbelow, even though Rumbelow is in the pictures.
And he's still standing.
Ah, boo, it was my circle. Diced. Fouling Cindy. She's KO'd. Diced again. Yeah, this is not going our way, this drive. Right, we'll stand you up. Whoa. Stand you up. We will stand you up. And let's here. We're not stopping this, we're just ignoring that. And that's not getting stopped anyway, so let's choose violence. Oh, I should have followed. That was a mistake. Okay. This doesn't have dodge. This doesn't have dodge. And we can't knock it over anyway. Oh well. Like a foghorn with boobies. Boobies!
Maybe you can see what
Boobies! Thanks, Goblin. Can't believe it's taken 2 hours for anyone to pull the foghorn. So, the general consensus... The general consensus, Bloodborne, is that halflings are missing
I just hope we can win a game.
Deeproot and Rumbelow are the 2 big ones. But yes, Acorn will be nice for everyone. I think Acorn's like a fun star player that the game could do with. Especially now that the star player special rules are in. So again, if you've just got here, not only do we have all this new stuff, they also are now implementing the star players for the special rules for star players. So another nice add in there as well. He's a near perfect ball carrier with just one small drawback. They don't have him dizzy. I'm sorry, I was saying but we're missing Acorn. But yeah, when it finally happens. They fail the stab at last. At stinking last. We've done no damage at all. In my head, we'd done some damage. It's because we injured that ball and chain, but it got appoed. So yeah, we've done no actual damage at all. Which is not ideal. Being honest about it. Right, that not having dodge skill finally did something, so that's good. We're not going to be able to make either of these 3 pluses, are we? We're just going to be 4 pluses. Nope. All these beautiful rerolls getting absolutely no use.
Timidity really was.
That was a very bad turn. We failed to stand up 2 trees, spending rerolls, and we did 1 dodge and failed it. Oh, halflings. Oh, halflings. I think we just save our rerolls now, the last 4, because we'll get a throw teammate attempt at the end of the half, although it'll be hard in the snow.
Have you tried that Cruxiade yet, Bob?
Sports drink made by the Skaven of Clan Pestilence? No thanks, Bob.
I thought we were going to see the double foul that turn. I thought, because I wanted to stab, I thought we were going to see the double foul from Paige using the Black Gobbo. Okay, stupid troll gives us better chances to... Oh, we just went for the score, okay. More entertaining just go for the score. Thank you, Mr. Page, for giving the crowd what they want. Okay, so bribes for Paige. Sadly, Cindy did not wake up for her KO. This, I remember thinking when I was on Paige's side, with so many special weapons, this is not as clear as you would like it to be. Like, it's hard to see, like, exactly which players you're doing it for. Okay, so we both use 1 bribe. I'm going to do a poll for chat. Alright, chat, I'm curious. Which team are you on in Season 6 for this event? Are you on Team Goblin or Team Halfling? I'm curious to see if we have more Goblins or Halflings in chat. Oh, we're down one of our hefties as well. Team Goblin winning in a landslide right now. Wow. Team Goblin way out in front of Team Halfling. The good news is, when it comes to this special event, it's going to be automatically the same number of teams on both sides because... Oh, that's very helpful. Welcome. Because every game has to pit Goblins against Halflings. I think that was a really good decision when they were designing it. For sure. Right, put you there and there. So we've got at least a bit of a screen in front of the ball. And then let's punch. And follow. And punch. Boo. Leave you there then. Pow that one instead. This doesn't have dodge, so it's this one.
Too easy. Now it's mighty can move freely.
Not dying as I would like them to.
They've picked up the ball. I suppose
That's
it's
good.
something memorable.
Go stand on that. Gonna let's go with that. What's chat saying now? 79% Team Goblin, only 21% Team Halfling. Wow, that is a landslide for Team Goblin. Is that because I cultivate a Goblin audience? Or is that just because Goblins the best? I am definitely on Team Goblin. And you'd think I wouldn't be because Halflings have 2 trees. And I do like Halflings too, so I'm not anti-Halfling. But Goblins just have a piece of my heart. I've had some fun times with Goblins. I just like the stupid weapons. I like the silly plays. Like, because I can be a real tryhard, right? Like, people who watch this channel regularly know I can be a real tryhard. They see me, like, doing the elf things where I get very serious and sometimes take it too seriously. But I also, like, have, like, a definite, like, time and place for being stupid and not taking things too seriously. And I think that just... Oh my god, that's a fun animation. I like that a lot. Yeah, Goblins do that better. I think they do the fun better. Although Halflings can be really fun too, so I'm not dragging on Halflings. I just, yeah, between the two of them.
You're right. It's called rotting cadaver.
Excuse my bad manners, but I've got to break in here.
A Goblin team with access to trees? Yes. I'd be down. Let's get more assistant to make this stand up easier.
More the merrier.
What a knockdown. What we have now just jammed our tree up in the bomber's business. How stupid would it be just to try to throw the teammate here? I mean, I think the answer is pretty stupid, but should we do it anyway?
A squeal of delight and terror piercing the air above the field tells us that the critter
That's good
is
enough.
somehow unmolested.
That is not a good scatter.
Is it a bird?
Oh dear. Speaking of great plays, very serious football plays. I love that we even scatter caught it onto the Goblin. I love that we even got it like a scatter caught by the Goblin. That was incredible. You better throw it. Look at it. I want to see that animation. Do you not remember me talking a lot about how much I wanted to see this animation? I still want to see this animation.
Croxier
Right, Cobblestone, it was a flawless plan.
Demon of clan pestilence? No thanks.
It was a flawless plan.
I may not be the sharpest spider, but I've got bounce.
He's throwing it. Good, 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 good. Let's go. Let's see it. Oh, both our trolls just super hungry. I had the same issue on my one. Okay, well, good on Paige for embracing the spirit of the moment. We do now have a chance to... Well, we have a chance to throw in the halfling, don't we? That's what we have a chance to do. We're going to do this right. we're going to keep trying to throw halflings. But first, let's do something with this tree. How many rerolls do I have left? I've used a lot of rerolls. I had 8 rerolls this drive, just to remind everyone. I had 8 rerolls. So what I want to do is pick up here, hand off to you, and then chuck that one. But first, I want to punch something. I can't put the reroll onto that one, sadly, because we've got to do something more important. Not a pass activation. Hand-off activation.
Yes, they picked up
What? Why is this a 4+? Is it raining and it's just not showing it right? Oh, disturbing presence! I forgot the hooligan has disturbing presence. Oh, neat. Made it anyway. In that case, we want to throw from outside that box. We want to throw from here. Okay. Okay, we're not rooted. That's good. I think that's fine. Last reroll. Ah, just don't want to land. They don't want to land. Yeah, I forgot disturbing presence. They don't want to land. It's a very Sunday performance from both teams. It really is. It really is. We had 8 rerolls, guys. I've used 8 rerolls in 7 turns. I've used 8 rerolls in 7 turns and achieved nothing. We haven't injured anything. We haven't scored. We haven't done anything. Oh, Gautier, how do I do that? Is that in the game menu? It's like a cool option to have.
Did you know? It's rumored that magazine editor Yore Reno actually hates sport and would rather play with action.
Where would I do that? Is that
This has nothing to do with me.
because the subbing presence is already on here? It must be somewhere else. Readability. Always display disturbing presence. Okay, so like I don't actually know if I would do that or not in general, but it's pretty cool that you have the option. This is like such good like quality of life improvements. Thank you. Like there's some really, really great stuff in here. Okay, so it's not over yet. Don't let anyone tell you that it's over. We've got to throw this one into range, then we've got to hand the ball off to them. Hang on. So let's select throw teammate. And we want to move... No, we don't because of the disturbing. We want to move here and do it. Okay. So we move up. Gives us one more square. Throw you. I mean, landing on the ball would be pretty good. It's unlikely because it's got to scatter, but you can try. Oh, man. All right. That didn't work. That's not in range. That needs 3 chain pushes. I don't think we can do it. I think that's not happening. So instead of that, let's try to blitz that. Also not happening. All right. Let's try to foul something. Because we haven't achieved a lot here. Okay, we achieved something. There we go. First success of the game. Arguably a bad decision. Arguably a bad decision.
remember that first half.
All right. I'm not sure why everyone's lying down there. I think that's some bugged stuff. Oh man, did we fail all our KOs again? I was really hoping we get Cindy back. Are the KO rolls not just not happening? Or is maybe they're happening after the bribes? Because, like, both teams have failed every KO roll this game, I think. Which seems wrong. And I remember a lot of KOs in the last game. And then Paige didn't get them back. So I'm beginning to wonder if the KOs aren't working. Okay, it's after the bribes. Oh, Cindy is back. Okay, we're in business. We're in business, team. Cindy's back. Cindy's back. Yeah, KOs after bribes. Thank you. All right. All right, Cindy. You've got some work to do, Cindy. We need to blow up this team and we need to throw a halfling successfully. That's our goals. I want to throw a halfling successfully. Yeah, grave mistake. Double release. All right. So, easy game. We're gonna throw a bomb with Cindy that kills like 4 goblins. Who do we want to kill most? Probably their bomber. So like here, perfect. We're gonna hand the ball to you and then throw a teammate on you and win the game and celebrate. Easy. Easy. Like, what could go wrong with that plan? That plan is flawless. That plan is flawless. I honestly, like, cannot stress enough how much being able to choose skills to turn off has improved the visibility of this game. Like, if they had done... what did we do? We got none of our extra rerolls out of the chef. But yeah, of all the changes, I think that one is the biggest right away, is that you can now choose individually any skill you want to not see and switch it off. I think that's completely changed how this looks. Colorings are positionals. Oh, we've currently got an option turned on here, which is now fully optional, to see the disturbing presence turned on, but that is completely optional. You might ask yourself, why have I put Cindy in a square where she's affected by disturbing presence? And the answer to that question would be because I'm an idiot. That would be the answer to that question. Just so we're all clear. I have messed up here, and rather than concede the mistake, we're just going to double down on it. Perfect. Push you into there. No longer in disturbing presence. And now we're going to throw a bomb that's going to knock down our own tree man. Easy. Easy. We did knock down their bomber. We did not knock down our tree man. Success. Big success. And now we even can get 2 dice with a halfling on the troll. These are professional strategies. Do not try them at home. Don't try this at home, because only professionals can pull off strategies this bad. We've knocked over a lot of players. We've knocked over a goblin, 2 trolls, and Hooligan and Bomber Dribble Snap. Pretty good. Pretty good. Do still have 2 bribes. Do I want to foul something? I kind of do. No removal, but so I'm actually going to switch off a couple more skills, like secret weapon I don't need to see. So options, games, skills. In case anyone wasn't here when I was doing this before. Don't want to see a secret weapon? Let us not see secret weapon. And you can choose if that's on both teams or just your team. Bam. Now we don't see the secret weapon anymore. It's so good. It's such a big quality of life upgrade. Really, really good. Hey, Freezing Star. How are you? Rude. Extremely rude. Looks like they failed a rush and they do not have a reroll, so this will be a turnover. Dead. Second time that ball and chain has died today. Died in this game, sorry, not today. Apo rescued the first time. We've got to place this chainsaw, don't we? Although if we score, then all their weapons are going off anyway because they haven't got any bribes left.
The attacker has an assist. Hey, almost competent.
Good. This is bad turn ordering. Don't do this. Okay. Now we throw a bomb on top of all these players.
Can the other team steal it away?
We injured something. We injured the troll and it didn't regen. Huge. Huge. Alright, run. And then who do we want to foul? Really we want to foul the bomber, but that's so I could dodge through here and we get stabbed, so probably let's not do that. Let's foul the Hooligan instead. Alright, let's go. Done. How good was that bomb by Cindy? Let's go. That's a really good question actually from Artis as well. Is it a new addition that we can roster star players for private leagues? And Gautier says yes. So it is now possible on your custom teams to roster your own stars, which makes a huge difference for tournaments like NAF style tournaments. Means that stunties can get their inducements they would normally get for NAF style tournaments. Really, really big difference. Another great change. To Jackie, we did it in the first half, so I can't do it this half, I'm afraid. Yeah, that was another great change then if we can do that. I think I'm just going to stick this whole stream up on YouTube later to Jackie, so if you want to see it there, I'll make that an option. It's a very chaotic stream to stick on YouTube all in one thing, but I don't know how else to break it down, and so I might just stick it up to make it available to people. It's been such a chaotic stream, and I am sorry to everyone for that. Sometimes, and maybe when you're playing a halfling goblin match, it's even the right time for it to be chaotic. But sometimes we are just chaotic.
Are they dancing or fighting?
Am I in scoring range? I think I'm in scoring range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am with 3 rushes, which I can do because it's a catcher. Whether I should, different question, but I can.
There's only one word to say about this.
Out of here, dribble snot. Get out of here.
Visceral death machine. And according to the program, this will
Good enough. Can we chain this? No, because halflings are very small and not strong. Oh, that's not one of ours. I was thinking that was one of ours. The red of the disturbing presence is a bit unclear with the red of the used players. Lola, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream today? Got that pogo out of here as well. That's good. All right, we're on our way. Jules legs. Just 3 rushes to the end zone. Makes the first one. Makes the second one. Makes it. That's my first touchdown today. Guys, Lola is an amazing, amazing commission painter. If you play Blood Bowl and you're based in Europe and you need minis painted sometimes, maybe even if you're based further away than Europe, check them out. They do stream in a mix of Italian and English, but they definitely do incredible commissions. The pubs is eating you alive. Got to pot. Painting was good. 2 reps on finish. Nice. I will use the bribe.
Sorry, Joe. Seeing all that blood and death.
First touchdown today and first stunty
Warm and fuzzy inside.
touchdown in... Not the first... My first stunty touchdown in Blood Bowl 3. Not the first touchdown by stunty in Blood Bowl 3. Let's go with this formation that didn't work last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I only got 8 the goblins now. We did do some violence there at the end. The tree started kicking off. And so... Hargrim! Hey, Hargrim. Still got the bribe. Gonna keep on fouling. I do got the bribe. Oh, we're gonna go for the Doom Diver throw. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see a Doom Diver throw. Oh my goodness. I'm really enjoying this. Like, I kind of knew I was going to enjoy it because halflings and goblins, but like, I'm enjoying it even more than I thought I was going to. I think I'm just enjoying my Blood Bowl at the moment because I'm really enjoying the Elf Union run as well. That I've been doing an Elf Union run for anyone who's new here today in ladder, and we've been having a heap of fun with that. And it's a bit more try-hardy. That's where I'm being a bit serious and very close to getting that team into master, and then we'll think about whether we want to try and post it into challenge if we can get there. So that's the other Blood Bowl content I'm doing at the moment. I've only got 5 days left or something now, so we'll need to get on that again, but how could we not be distracted by this? The best way to play goblins is to play snotlings. Rude. Poor goblins. Poor unloved goblins. The goblins are going to show you how wrong you are here now, because the goblins are going to hand off to they're going to hand off to Snick Snick Pick Pick the Doom Diver. Uh-oh. Good bomb. Gets rid of a halfling. And they're going to do what we couldn't do and throw the Doom Diver. I was literally getting my booklet open for the D&D campaign I'm running to prepare the game in 2 weeks, and then the announcement came, so that off went that book for now. Honestly, the only sad thing here is that I kind of wish that the full version was. It's only 4 days, but yeah, it was kind of 6 days. Sorry. I kind of wish the full version was now coming up for everyone else to be able to join in with this. Because this is great. This community event's going to be really fun. I really think people are going to... I hope I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I think people are going to go for this community event. I'm definitely going to. I think there's going to be a lot of Goblin halfling games being played. And I think that's awesome. They've made the catch. The community event, Collie and Bloodborne, is what we're doing right now. So me and Miss Page did not choose these rosters. The rosters were preset, and the rosters I think are still going to be tweaked from what we've had. So don't worry too much about the rosters. But you pick Team Goblin or Team Halfling, you get a preset roster, and you hit spin. You don't get to choose your roster. It's just preset. And then over the course of the season, they're going to count whether Halflings or Goblins win more games. So your result will count towards Team Goblin or Team Halfling. And at the end of it, everyone gets a free cosmetic based on whether it was a halfling win or a goblin win. So there'll either be a flaming tree or a flaming ball and chain goblin cosmetic for everyone. So we're going to see swoop work because they've successfully thrown, which we failed to do throwing our Doom Diver. This is the scatter template. So you can choose a direction. I'm hoping that's working and it hasn't just crashed because it's taking a minute, but it's obviously not us doing it, it's Mr. Page. Chose a direction, makes a landing. Well done.
That don't mean I misses her. She took everything.
Literally, genuinely think that's awesome. And check out the Doom Diver animation celebrating. Oh, Gautier, that's really neat. So not only counting wins, casualties, throw teammate, and nonsense, but also... So there'll be different goals in the Goblin matchups. So some weeks you might have like the contest be which team can do more of their... I think that's really cool. Alright, Cindy's still around. Cindy's still around. Keep going.
Sorry, Jen. Seeing all that blood and death. It just makes
That was wicked. Well done, Mr. Page, on throwing the Doom Diver. I loved it. Which team can eat more players? One team does have an advantage in eating its players. Maybe there could be like a fouling one. Although goblins have an advantage for fouling, don't they? Because Black Gobbo can give you 2 fouls a turn. I think we will get Monty. I hope we're going to get Sky Blue Monty back. That would be one of the best possible things that can happen from this release if we get Sky Blue Monty back in the game. I'll be so excited if we get Monty. Oh, we've got 2 of these speedy ones now, so... We need Sky Blue Monty back. A rallying point for the halfling community. I saw him do like a couple of streams ages ago doing dwarfs of all things, which was very upsetting because it didn't feel like that was a team Monty should be playing.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. Controls.
Splendid. That's quite a mismatch, Bob.
Ooh, that's not good.
That weedy fella's gonna get
It's not even that much better.
I'm excited, Jim.
Not our greatest turn
That'll help
overall.
without risk.
We are going to throw that, but not this turn because we've already used our trees. So we'll throw the bomb. Right, once again miscalculated on that. Is that the one we want? Okay, it's accurate. Lands. 2 KOs, okay. That was pretty good in the end. That was pretty good in the end. I'm sorry the Nurglings are starving for food intention. Gautier, thank you so much for dropping in and answering so many questions. And good luck with the rest of this launch. We're having a lot of fun, so hopefully that's a good indication. But yeah, really appreciate you answering questions for us. That was really good. Oh my god, it landed. Oh my god, it landed. Look at that. Chucked in, it landed. It nerfs. I mean, Cindy, the bombers are going to be a nightmare in the regular ladder. It's fun in these stunty matchups. In the regular ladder, the bombers are going to be an absolute nightmare. But that's a problem for the tryhards, including me. So, you know, it's difficult because I make no bones about it. Like, I am definitely like a Blood Bowl tryhard who does tryhard things a lot of the time. But I also do not think that everything should be based around what the tryhards want. The tryhards are just like one part of the community, and we're not the most important part of the community. So, oh my god, with the leap as well. Look at Paige showing off. Mr. Page bringing his A game. I love it.
There's only one word to say.
Rumbad, how are you, Rumbad? Get that sent off as well. Alright, okay, so we're going to surf this. And then we're going to throw a halfling. That's what's going down. That is what's going down here, gang. You stand here. And then we surf this. Pogo friend goes off the pitch. Off you go. Off. Rumbad, it's so fun. We have goblins and halflings coming. I'm repeating myself a lot on the stream. Goblins and halflings coming, and there's a community event which will be when the game is launched, the new season. It will be open to everyone, where you get given a pre-selected halfling or goblin team. You don't get to pick the roster; it's already done for you. And you just get pitched against. If you've chosen the halflings, you play against goblins. If you've chosen the goblins, you play against halflings. And yeah, that's the thing. So I'm very excited about it. Right. Let's go. We've been so bad on our throw teammates so far, but one's going to work eventually. The root is fine. Burn the one. That's what it's for. We can do this while rooted. Is 2+ good enough? No, I think that's wildly inaccurate. Okay. It's possible. Let's go all the way to the corner for show-off points. Last reroll. Yes! We made it. There's no rerolls left for anybody, but we made it.
they could even run that fast.
Oh, it has strong arm. Oh, so maybe I didn't need to reroll that.
That team's opponent must have the
Because it's
magic
always
sponge
inaccurate.
this time.
Dizzy, you play halflings. Is a 2+ enough on a short pass?
Final whistle is moments away.
Because they're automatically inaccurate. Like, it doesn't matter if they're accurate or not. I mean, it does matter because if it's accurate, it gives you a +1 on the landing, but it doesn't, like, kill it, is what I mean. Okay, so we are heading into the purest form of Blood Bowl because we have 2 teams with no rerolls. Cindy's gone, so we've got a troll and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goblins against 2 trees and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 halflings. I hope he'll play some Cheeky Jimmy. I really do. And if he doesn't, I hope he'll see that even if he doesn't like it, it's a thing that other people in the community enjoy. But everyone's allowed to enjoy things they enjoy and not enjoy things they don't enjoy. Like, that's also always true in life, right? Like, if you don't enjoy a thing, you don't have to do it. Especially when it's like a hobby that we do for fun. What's the Kaz lineup? I mean, there's a lot of Kaz over here. That kickoff event was a stun. It was a vicious ref that stunned 1 halfling for us and the black gobbo for them. So pretty nice one from our point of view. Picks the ball up. Makes the handoff. Are we going to see a second successful Doom Diver throw? A second successful no reroll Doom Diver throw. Here we go. No, they fail the... It was hungry again. The hungry in both games has been crazy. Okay, so it was hungry. Alright, we are out of rerolls as well now. So there is that. Get you out of the way. Should have pushed into that square, but I didn't know. Got away with it because we rolled a pout. Smash. Tree smashing for tree. Things I should have done first. Base this up. Probably want to foul that, don't we? No reroll pickup. Makes it. Okay, that's huge. Okay, so we are going to then try to foul the black gobbo. So let's fast forward to be now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, I think we stay there. I think we stay there. Big armor break. Okay, we did get caught, but that's not the end of the world because the main thing was we didn't want this getting up to stab us.
One of the coaches ignored the referee's guild standard.
All right.
It's actually going to be fair.
Bungin Lightning is trying to do this for us. Mr. Sleepy Badger, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, they've got in. They've got... Yeah, you take both down here. Make me roll more dice. Oh boy, it's got harder again. It's got harder again. All right. I guess we're just doing... Hang on. Turn is 15. Let's get that into range now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So at least we've got that.
This is going to be decisive.
Lovely pat.
If I had a gold crown for every player I've seen lying on the field during my career, well, I could start my own team. You only need 1 million gold, right? Well done.
So we're trying to hand off next turn. Let's give ourselves a second scoring threat. Let's try to foul this again because we don't want the stab running rampant. Bad. Very bad. Okay, so we're probably getting stabbed.
Yes, Bob, but I think the referee just changed his decision.
So it's a dodge and then one rush to stab us. I think that's definitely the play, isn't it? At least we've got the scoring threats in. Stab blitz. Oh, fails. I was going to say that Paige has done very well with the stabs this game, but not that time. So we've got a
I've seen some bad,
3+ with catch skill
and this is what
to get the third touchdown.
Watch for the handoff.
What a scoreline. 3-2 halflings against flings.
What? We have a fresh start. You can return to
This has been a game.
with one team having a
They still can do a one turn back to us, so
Can't
let's
see how the smaller squad will win.
do what we can to make that annoying. Oh, I think we just want this, don't we? I don't have a line all the way across. Okay. So that's like at least a little bit more fiddly. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. Where's Eliod? It's not over. It's not over, guys. They have got a Doom Diver. Boo. Hey, Fabian. A vicious ref. Did what? Sent someone off? Sent off. Snick, snick, pick, pick. Sent off. Sent off a Doom Diver! No! Well, they've still got this one. They can still do it. It's got harder. Oh, they probably can't do it. I think they can't go far enough. One more stab then for the Black Gobbo. I'm a little bit sad. I was up for them trying one more. Vomits on the halfling. Some good violence to end the game. Mr. Page, thank you for another really fun game. These have been 2 really fun games. I've had a blast. I've really had a blast with these.
Quick and easy.
Oh my god, and then makes the 5+ throw at the end of it. And the blitz. Both down. That feels like a fitting end. That feels like a fitting end to the story.
Sorry.
KO for the Goblin. Nothing on our one. Absolute chaos. Absolute nonsense, stunty chaos. I loved all of it. I loved all of it. For those of you who might have come in during the game, I've got something very important I can show you in the Blood Pass. I'm going to just put that on screen while I think about some stuff. Oh, here's the pitches. That's the Goblin pitch. That looks like it's going to be hard to read. Halfling pitch. Not sure that those are going to be the most readable pitches. So here's some other stuff you're going to have coming up. It's the usual mix of bits and pieces. Get the 2 zones. Have a look at those. The Goblin staff zone. And the halfling. Oh, I like the halfling staff zone. It's got like tomatoes and food and snacks. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, we love the tree. Spatula and other colander ornaments. Oh my goodness, look at the pretzels. Little pretzel shoulder pad. Oh, we're going to be looking forward to getting some pretzels on our shoulder. Paige, thank you so much for the game. Let's do a shout out, Mr. Page. I don't know if Mr. Page is carrying on after this. I may end up raiding Mr. Page. But shout out Mr. Page for now. Halflings OP, says Mr. Page. Yes, we will be. Halflings won both our games. So the thing I want to show you is not any of these things. I'm actually looking at these things for the first time. That's a fun headpiece for a hefty with the things as well. So yes, Glowworm was asking before, will there be a Goblin coach? Glowworm, Madcap Migs at the end of the Blood Pass, though we have to finish the Blood Pass for him. But you can have Madcap Migs as your coach, which is a pretty cool looking model. Cindy for the Halfling coach, who looks as unimpressed as everyone at the Bombers, who will be taking over Blood Bowl very soon. But what I want to show everyone, in case some people missed it before, is the best thing on this Blood Pass. The absolute best thing on this Blood Pass, and probably on every Blood Pass forever, I'm afraid. I think we've possibly reached peak Blood Pass with this one when we get to it. The Halfling cheerleader. I mean, it's too good. It's too good. How are they going to top that? They aren't. It's the best thing that's ever going to happen in Blood Bowl. And Gautier was saying earlier, really cool news from Gautier earlier. From now, I don't know if it's right away, I think this might be the October patch rather than the initial release, but the plan is, he said, that Blood Bowl 3, they're going to make it so that even if you don't have cheerleaders, they're going to still put a couple of cheerleaders on both teams' sidelines, because the thing is, these models never get seen in the game because no one takes cheerleaders because they don't make much difference. So they're going to start making it like every team just gets the visual of having a couple of cheerleaders to make the game more fun. So that's a really nice update. And yes, absolutely incredible Halfling cheerleader who's going to be, I suspect, very, very popular. I mean, this is going to be my cheerleader on every team for a long time once I get it. Yeah, someone in the art department had a really fun time with this. Kaelon asks, can you make a custom team and try to roster a star player? I can try. Create a team. Halflings. Kaelon's chums. Custom team. Hire new players. I don't know where I would do it. So we can buy all the normal players. Excuse me. Customization. Recruitment. There's not an obvious place to do it. It might be that that's a feature that's not there yet, but that will be, or players. Recruitment, customization. Coaches is just still the coaches, right? It's a shame Gautier's gone. Gautier said he had to go and look after his kids, which is a very reasonable thing to do. But, oh, manage team, fire players, replace players, matchmaking TV. This is interesting. So So this is a thing that's been talked about, and I don't know exactly how this is going to implement. But on the ladder, you're going to have, I think, some flexibility to set, like how to like set. I think I don't want to get this wrong, so don't take this as gospel. But I think the idea of this matchmaking TV is, if I'm willing to match into teams that are 200,000 TV above me, I can set that, and I can, and that means that then I can match into higher TV teams, which you want to do as like a halfling team, right? Because otherwise you're never getting inducements and you're probably never getting matchups. So I think the idea of that is that you can set the limit of like how high you're willing to match up to. I'm a bit curious about how the dynamic of that works, because it feels like that's like a dynamic that some teams can game a bit. So I don't know exactly what that's going to do. And up to 600,000 is a big thing, but I think that's the idea of that, is that you can choose how high you're willing to match up to. You can save the team as a template. That's cool. Oh, that's really cool. So if you just want to have like a set, if there's a roster you like as your template roster, you can save it, and then like when you're building a new team, you don't have to buy all the players again, because you can just have it saved as a template. That's a really nice quality of life addition. Yeah, we were told that there would be a way to add star players in. It's not obvious how you do that here, so maybe that feature hasn't been added yet, because there are some things that I think are aimed for in like the October patch rather than right away. But I certainly can't see a way to do it unless there's something on the screen that I'm missing. Yeah, it could be that, JLev. Could be. Could be that. I'm sorry, guys. I've missed so much chat today. Like, chat's been... I'm not used to this many people being here, so chat is ticking along faster than normal. Let me find the patch notes, because that's one thing that I haven't done yet, is read out the patch notes. And just see if I can find them. Okay, so this patch note is not final. So there may be things that are coming here that are not, that may get tweaked. So that's an important addition to this. So don't take this as final. But yes, features: halfling team, goblin team now available. A new community event, the Goblins versus Halflings. We've seen that. We've been doing that on this page. Double blood pass system with shared progression. Don't totally know what that means. Weekly quests are now available, rewarding blood pass XP. Weekly quests. There's some things here we need cyanide for. I do not know what the weekly quests are. Star player special rules now available. We saw that, star player special rules. Weekly quests with rewarding blood pass XP is super interesting sounding. I don't know if that's just relating to the community event, because Gautier did say they might have like different missions each week in the community event, like aiming for more casualties or stuff. Templates for saving rosters, we saw that. Quality of life improvements, added positional colors in the formation menu. In the formation menu. Oh, neat. So the positional colors on here, that's like a really small change, but I can definitely see that being useful for people who use this screen. Like, you can see the colors of the formation of the players. Added the possibility to click on the unique ID of a player to copy it to the clipboard. Eldritch Fox, thank you so much for the Prime sub. And Dear Fall Eternal, thank you for the follow.
We are the weirdos, mister.
I'm not sure is the answer to that question you just asked, Dear Fall Eternal. I'm not totally sure I understand what double blood pass means, and I don't have a cyanide person here to explain for me. Added the possibility to click on the unique ID of a player and copy it to the clipboard. Okay, that's probably handy for admins. which of these jump out as actually like, because there's a lot of stuff here. Added possibility for match participants to validate matches. Rebel's already doing something like that. Can invite managers to your league from the Gamers tab. There's some definite quality of life improvements here for admins, which is all a bit involved. But there seems like they've made some things simpler. Added the possibility to choose the number of rounds in a Wison competition. That's important because we played in a NAF Wison competition where they didn't have the option to choose the number of rounds. Added the possibility to fire multiple players at once or replace them by buying new ones. Added the possibility to add multiple AIs. There's so much here. I want to find stuff that's jumping out. There's some stuff about controllers. Yeah, added possibility to increase a team's TV and ladder matchmaking's lag to prioritize higher TV opponents. That's the option we were looking at before. Added a drop down to choose which round the schedule will show. I think they finally made it so you can actually see which, if I'm reading that right, added a drop down to choose which round the schedule will show in compatible competitions. So I think that means if you're running a league, you can actually see each round rather than at the moment where you can only see the current round. When creating a competition, you now start by choosing league instead of competition options. Match. Added the possibility to choose which skills should activate manually or ask the player each time. I didn't even see that, so you can set skills to manual now, which is brilliant. So skills like dodge, which have only been giving you the option on the sideline, presumably now you can set that to be as you want it. Added possibility to choose precisely which skills appear above players. We saw that in the game, and that was a huge difference for visibility. Massive, massive upgrade, I think that. Added feedback to show the max deviation of kickoff with a kickoff skill. We didn't have kick skill, but that's a good improvement. Added a feedback for sudden death penalty shootouts. Thank goodness. The game has been crying for that. I've had games end after sudden death with the score still tied, and it's the most unsatisfying thing. The game just ends with no feedback. So yes, there is now going to be an actual conclusion when your game is still tied after overtime. Some stuff about controller scan. I'm not reading everything because some of it is a lot, and I'm sure some people will still think that as the important stuff, where I'm not treating it as the important stuff. So I apologize for that. There's a whole load of bug fixes that I'm not going to read through because it's a massive list. Is there anything that jumps out? This will come out the patch notes. There's a long list of bug fixes. I feel like reading that out is not great content. Okay, this is big stuff at the bottom that's really huge that have been talked about. They've talked about this with some of the streamers, and we've been lobbying for it for a really long time. So modified the matchmaking algorithm to take into account the number of matches played. I can't tell you how many people have said to me, and I've experienced myself, oh, I played my team that was 5 games old, and I span into a team that was 40 games old. And we've been talking to them for a really long time about this being a thing that needs to change. So fingers crossed for that, but it does say the modified matchmaking algorithm will take into account number of matches played. TV limit for season 6 will be 1.8 million. So the TV cap is still in place. It's just creeping up by another 100,000. The ranking page will now also display the top 20 teams of every faction, regardless of division. So that's also, I think, a really nice, doesn't change anyone's life, but I think just really nice upgrade in terms of what you can actually see in the game. Because I think, if you go look at the top of the rankings, I won't see the rankings because this is the beta. If you go look at the top of the rankings now, you can see the top 100. And for instance, there probably isn't even one Imperial Nobility team in the top 100, right? So you can't see in the game, if you're playing Imperial Nobility, where your team is ranked. So now you'll be able to see the top 20 Imperial Nobility teams. So even if you're not the number one team overall because you're playing Imperial Nobility, at least you'll be able to say, hey, I've got the best Imperial Nobility team. I think that's a really small but nice addition that just allows people to feel a sense of competitiveness and, I don't know, thing to aim for on their teams. So really like that. really like a lot of stuff in here. I think there's a bunch of really good changes happening. I'm honestly like really positive about what I've seen so far from this. I'm certain there's going to be some bugs come out. I'm certain there's going to be some problems. In terms of bugs we've run into in this stream, I can only say 2 things I can remember. One of which was the ball went missing for a turn, which is really bad. We knew where it was, but it was really bad. The ball just disappeared off the pitch, so that I will definitely flag up. The other one was on my keyboard. The WASD all seemed to be like pointing the wrong way, and I don't know if that was just me, so I'm going to check in with some of the other players who've been on this beta and see if that's just my computer being weird, or if that's the update. I really need to go because I have a dog who is absolutely hounding me for his dinner, which is fair enough. It's been a bit of a weird afternoon in terms of our schedule in this household, so I'm going to probably raid you onto Mr. Page. Cool, True. Thank you so much for the raid. You are raiding into a raid, I'm afraid. We're just about to raid you onto Mr. Page. You all just saw me playing games against Mr. Page, so you know they are also in this. Page is also looking at this beta right now. So if you have more questions, you can ask them to Mr. Page. I'm sure he's got his own thoughts on how this is all looking. I'm really positive about this update. I think it looks like a good update, and I'm certain that my opinion is swayed by the fact that I'm excited that there's going to be goblins and halflings. I do have concerns about bombers in the ladder. Fumble in Black Box Trophy, which is the competitive ladder in Black Box Trophy, just banned bombers, and I think it was necessary because I think the playing environment with bombers becomes a lot less fun when you've just got the powerful teams that are powerful already, like orcs, just overdogging a bomber all the time. I think they really unbalance things as well, because some teams can do really well with a bomber, and for instance, like elves can't induce a bomber, so it's like a 50,000 inducement that a team like orcs could take, but that some teams don't have access to. So even if you're overdogging it, it doesn't necessarily hurt you. So I think that the ladder may have some questions that get raised once we get there. But in terms of adding more stuff to the game, giving us more races, we get 2 new races, we get a fun competition for the 2 new races, we get star players with their special skills actually working, which, yes, it will make some of them even more powerful, but like it's also in the rules, and like I like tabletop Blood Bowl, so I'm happy to have the tabletop Blood Bowl rules.